Welcome everybody who is here. We will be starting shortly. I have put the live stream link in the chat if anybody that's interested. They didn't already have it from without me. Welcome everybody who's new here. We're going to be getting started shortly. If you want to see the live stream on Twitch, the link is in the chat. We're going to be doing some introductions and talking for a little bit, and then we're going to start the AMA, at which point you can either type in the chat or you can use your microphone, whatever you want to do. But just give us a few moments to get this running and go from there.
Okay. So, welcome, guys. I'm basically going to play the video now. So if you guys want to watch it, you can follow along and basically give a response in the chat of how you feel the video looked to you guys. All right, guys?
Just let you know you got a little echo. Just a little echo.
Yeah, hold up. Let me just fix that echo.
Do you want to Drake?
Sorry, say that again, Fred.
Tawabak pa Jesus.
He's talking. So,
what is time? Time is our most precious currency. Its value measured not in gold, but in moments. Every second holds the potential for greatness, a chance to write our story. Let us not squander this invaluable gift, but instead seize each moment with purpose and passion. For in the tapestry of time, every second woven with intention leaves a legacy that echoes through eternity. But we waste so much time every day without even knowing it. So why squander the currency of time when you've toiled for every penny? Just as you wouldn't throw away your hard-earned money, why would you waste time giving money to organizations that take your hard-earned money and give you nothing back in return? Why would you let organizations take away your freedom with your assets? You wouldn't just give away free money to these organizations, would you? Take a stand and fight for what is yours. Life is way too short and time and money is too precious to be just wasting it. Make a stand and take control.
Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. So, I'd like to start off, guys, by basically saying thank you all for, all the continued support over the past couple of weeks. We put a lot of work into the project the past couple of weeks to bring you guys amazing things that, is going to push our project further. It's going to push our project to a point now where within the next up and coming weeks, we are going to be listed on another exchange. We have another exchange that we're going to be putting us on next week. So we're going to be listed on non-KYC as well as being listed on Trade Ogre. So hopefully that exposure also promotes our project, gets more community members into the community, and basically building our network from there. Red has a few things that he wants to say. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass you guys over to Red. Red, you can say what you wanted to say.
all right. So to start out, as seen in the announcements, we are doing a giveaway of 5,000 OBN to 5 people present in the stream. So all of you here, really, right now it looks like there's not going to be too hard of a decision to make, but in any event, we are doing that. So at the conclusion of the stream, we'll contact the winners and we'll go from there, sort that out. As you guys know, we also released the web wallet. We did that this past weekend. It took a little time, but it is out. It is functioning. So that is awesome. Now we can really shift our focus over to the Android app development as we have that deadline set for May the 12th for the release on Android. And as M said, we're listening on Trade Ogre anytime now, non-KYC. Trade Ogre news for me is awesome. And then only other thing, M, did you want to talk about the mining
Paul
situation?
Yes. So, guys, basically, what we have basically hit a snag when it comes to the mining pool, and it's not a snag that you guys would think that it's a problem with coding or anything like that. This issue that we are facing or potentially could face, should I say, stems from the fact that we don't want to own the market when it comes to mining. Now, Red will go into more detail in respect to this, but what we don't want to do is have everyone mining on our mining pool because we're undercutting other fees that other mining pools currently have, and basically not being able to get listed anywhere. It would affect listings. It would affect partnerships with potential companies and things like that, which again Red's going to quickly go into detail with. But what we have come up with as a solution, we're gonna not compete with price in the respect of we'll do the same fee that everyone else would normally do on a different mining pool, but we're gonna offer merged mining, which as it stands currently, I believe there's only one other mining pool that currently offers this. If I'm mistaken, I'll have to do a bit more research, but from what I was looking at earlier, there's only one mining pool that offers merged mining. So that's basically what we're looking at doing. Now, implementing merged mining is a little bit more of a tedious task. It's not as easy as launching a server that's open source, because there aren't really a lot of open source. In fact, I'm struggling with sourcing an open sourced merged mining pool, and it's more advanced coding than just normal standard mining pool. So this is something that we're going to have to take a little while looking into, but hopefully within the coming week we should have a merged mining pool available to you guys. So that's basically what I wanted to touch base on in regards to the mining pool. Red, do you want to go into a little bit more detail to why it can be a problem having a load of the miners solely mining on our mining pool rather than on different mining pools?
So just having seen some things that have happened with other projects, there's one in particular a few months ago, at the beginning of the year, where apparently MEXC was getting ready to list this project. It was a proof of work project, and they backed out at the last second and were asking for a security deposit. They were afraid of a 51% attack. So just knowing that has happened and understanding that how much more expensive it could create a listing like MEXC just unnecessarily. And the fact that we want to remain as decentralized as possible, it's just best to manage the hash rate across all the pools to where nobody is having too much at one time. If that makes sense. So that's really all that is on that front. But we should have all of that sorted, like he said, within a week or so, and then we'll have merged mining. That will be a little bit of a help for the development fund. It's well, that's all I got.
Amazing. So I hope that gives you guys a little bit of a better understanding on the reasonings behind the delay on the mining pool, because obviously we're going to be coding it a lot differently, and that's basically the reasons why we've chosen to do this. So keep that in mind, guys. But hopefully within a week you guys are going to have a mining pool. So you'll have your web wallet, your mining pool. There are a couple of things we do need to prioritize. Now, obviously, we've got May the 12th. That's when the Android banking app is launched, which comes with the web banking app. And we need to prioritize the development for that app. At the moment, I've got the foundations coded, but there's a lot of work that still needs to go into it. It's not something that could be done in a week. This is something that takes weeks and weeks and weeks of coding and perfecting to be able to release a stable version of our banking app where we know it's kind of bulletproof. As well as that, we have other things in the works. We're going to be acquiring contracts, sorting out the legal side of things that we need to acquire to be able to continue doing what we're doing. Because once we get to the point where banking app's ready, we need to be able to make sure that we've got things in the pipe work that allow us to acquire our MasterCard contracts by 2025, and that is the key stage and the key priority that we need to get to. So I hope you guys understand that. I will be quite busy, and at that time, hopefully, I've taken on more developers that will help us with the code base and coding of the banking app and other aspects of the project. So we are actively looking for new dev members, development team members. We are actively looking. So if you guys feel like you could contribute towards the project and you want to become part of the development team, hit us up. Give us a shout. We'd do more than review your proposal. Okay, guys. There's one other thing I wanted to point out, guys. I know I've got loads of one other things. I don't mean to bore you guys, but we are going to be giving you guys 1,000 Obsidian for attending today, because I believe you've got criminalist, homeless, PhD, you've got Kephiros 13 and Sea Monkey. So you guys have earned yourself 1,000 Obsidian, which accumulates to around $6. So thank you guys for joining the AMA and being a part of it. I was hoping there would have been a lot more people joining, considering from last week. But hey, we can't grumble. You guys are here. We're doing okay. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Do you guys have any questions that you want to throw out to us, or is there anything more that you want to say, Red, or any of the other development team?
I got everything I need to say out.
Oh, is there something you need to say? Can you hear me, Red?
Oh no, I answered you.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Must have broken up. What do you need?
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I said I got everything off that I needed to.
Okay, maybe
I don't know if
guys, it must have cut out then. I didn't hear. Do you guys have any
no, you're good.
questions? Homeless PhD is typing. Oh, well, you guys can see, actually, we're live streaming. I don't need to repeat who's typing and relay messages now. That's actually quite cool. makes things
it's not
so
like the
much
old
easier
days.
now. That's good. About beating the script attacks. What script attacks do you mean? Okay, so the script attacks, it is understandable. What we're going to be doing is actively, right, so basically we have got, what we want to do is make sure we've got enough hash rate ourselves that we can prevent that from happening. Well, not prevent it from happening, but if it did happen, the LWMA algorithm that we coded in to the source code basically automatically readjusts the difficulty algorithm, if that makes sense. So say it spikes up to a block height of 20,000. Once a block is found, it will drop down and keep dropping down to a reasonable hash rate where it stabilizes itself, which is why we've put it in. So that basically fights against the script attacks that you're talking about with high hash rate. Now, that being said, we can't prevent someone from buying a hell load of terahertz of power, for example, or gigahashes, and pointing it at our blockchain. We can't prevent that, but we can rectify the issue if it does happen. We've got funding put to the side now that if someone was to do that, the first thing we're going to do is buy a load of hash rate and put it straight onto the server so we can instantly find the block and then drop it down, keep dropping it down, and keep dropping it down. Okay, does that make sense? So that's how we're basically going to be beating the script attacks.
You could
It's
potentially
it's a,
put $100 power to hang the network. We've also got $100 power to hang the network if we wanted to, but not to hang it. We've got more than enough to drop it down until the algorithm difficulty, automatically readjusts. So you can waste $100 if you want. We can play a game of inches here, let's see who's got a bigger dick in this situation. But it'd be a waste of $100 for both parties. It'd be a waste of $100 for us. It'd be a waste of $100 for you. It'd be more than $100 for us, but you get the point, Um, we're all poor, bro. We all get fucked by the government. What can I say? Of course, of course. Does anyone else have any questions? You, Sea Monkey, you've been quite quiet recently in the Discord, and I remember when you first joined, you was a lot more active and involved with the community, and then you just suddenly went go from keylogging or something of that respect. There's nothing we could do to rectify this issue. If your your passwords to log in to your account, does that make sense? What I would say though, the best thing that you can
Just looking around and trying to understand what you guys trying to achieve here.
Hello, sorry about that. My hello. Can you hello? Can you guys hear me now? I've switched to my mobile phone. I do not know what's going on with the internet at the moment. We're having a bit of a issue with the live stream. So could you hi, nice to meet you, by the way. Sorry. Could you basically rephrase, not rephrase, but could you tell me the question you were asking me? Yes. No, I can still hear you. Yeah, oh my god, I don't know what's happening with my connection. Sorry about this, dude. Yeah. Now, so in regards to licensing, right, yes, you are correct. That will be something that will be acquired in the future, but to acquire a MasterCard contract that's not, by being registered as an exchange along them kind of lines, you don't need a licensing. Now, how we're going to be running our banking network to keep it decentralized is purely the fact of how we're going to be operating, especially starting off. Now, to get to the point where we're going to be like Monzo or Revolut, that's going to be something that's going to take a couple of years. Don't be mistaken. This is not something that's going to be done and finalised by 2025. We definitely know that this is going to be a long progress to get to that final end game, if that makes sense. To get to the ending, to get to the final finishing line, kind of thing. And once we're at that point, then yes, we will have our licenses for the banking to be registered as a banking institution and stuff like this. But to release our Obsidian banking without having to have for example, in the UK, one of the legal requirements to get that license, you need to have 100 million in liquidity that you have to have to be able to offer banking services like financing, mortgages, and stuff like this. Does that make sense? So you need 100 million. That's in the UK. Now, other countries may vary. How we're getting around this starting off is we're going to be building a banking app. The banking app will be kind of linked in with our exchange that will be built into the app. Now, what will happen is you'll deposit. We will acquire a contract with Mastercard, which you don't need a load of special licenses for. You don't need to have that kind of liquidity because Mastercard or Visa will be dealing with the transactions. They will be the banking entity in that respect. But how we are going to be decentralized is, for example, you're going to deposit into your Mastercard account that's linked with the Obsidian banking app. So it will go through as Obsidian. You deposit, and it purchases Obsidian as an example. Well, not as an example, but to help you understand, it will purchase the Obsidian. It will automatically transfer to USDT or the going fiat currency that's digitalized, and it will automatically top up the Mastercard. And then your Mastercard will be your Mastercard with the topped up funds on it. Does that make sense? And once it's on that Mastercard, that's secure. Now you can choose to just hold it in USDT or hold it in Obsidian, and the second you go to tap your card, it will automatically convert your currency. Does that make sense?
So in the banking app, you will have, well, you got USDT, Obsidian coin, right? So you can
Yes.
choose which.
Yeah, but primarily that is what's going to run your Mastercard. Does that make sense? When you tap your Mastercard, so you're not going to sell your Obsidian to top up the Mastercard. This is something that's going to happen automatically. The second you go to tap your Mastercard, what will happen is it will automatically deduct the Obsidian. Now, for this to be possible, you'd have to deposit something like $100, $200, $500, and that will be used as liquidity. With that kind of with the money that's in the account, you can get a refund at any time, and it can go straight back into your account. To make it happen, where it's instantly, where you're able to tap the Mastercard without having to sell your coins to top it up manually, it'd have to hold some form of liquidity. And we have two options on how we're going to potentially do this. So the first option will be, you pre-top up the card, or pre-top up the account on a prepaid kind of basis, and then once you deposit the Obsidian, then once you tap the Mastercard, it will automatically deduct the Obsidian, exchange it, top up the card, but without having to wait for transaction fees and stuff, it will automatically take it out of what you put in as liquidity. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not perfect, until we get to the point where we've acquired everything that we need that we can register as in branch Monzo or like Halifax NatWest Metro Bank, where you can go into a branch and go up to the kiosk and speak to a lady, give your account details, and be able to withdraw money in cash, kind of thing. That is where we do want to get to. But we can't, we're not established in the respect of we have all these resources at our fingertips. We are community built, and with a dream, we're making the dream a possibility. So it is going to be a long process. It's going to be daunting, understandably, considering we are a community built project, but it's not impossible, and if done correctly, more than achievable. Does that make sense?
Yeah, cool. Another thing that I wanted to ask, I know you touched base on like an exposure. So is there anything like marketing wise?
Yes. So Red can yes, so definitely. So we do have a new member that's joined our development team. You've got Rods, sorry. And basically he's going about onto different forums, not advertising links or anything like that, but just letting people know that, hey, guys, there is a project out here. You know, this is what we're trying to achieve. Come check us out if you want to. If not, no worries, no hard feelings, kind of thing. So we've got that going on. We've also got advertisements in the process with Rumble, I believe, Red. So yes. Yes, and we've also we're looking for a graphical designer to join the development team. Um, okay, guys, does that answer your question? Exactly. So once we get listed on more exchanges, we should be getting more coverage, more exposure, and that obviously goes in hand with promoting and advertising of our project. So fingers crossed, things start picking up over the next couple of weeks. The- Now, unfortunately, that could be that we can offer without getting our licensing, not the licensing for banking, but something in the UK. You need to register fully available if we're offering a service where you can buy cryptocurrencies, stuff like that. Now, in the UK, they've kind of stamped down quite heavily on regulations with cryptocurrencies, with taxing and other things. Google is your best friend. You can kind of do a quick Google search of how regulations in the UK recently changed and kind of how strict they've kind of become. Now, obviously, the government kind of fears it at the moment and they kind of know the power it potentially holds, so they're trying to be resilient with it and kind of try and push it out because they don't want people using cryptocurrencies. That's me being blatantly honest with you. You know, they see it as a threat, of people like us being able to offer something that could potentially, threaten their kind of business. Yeah, it's not very. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Now I understand about the scams, but most of the regulations that have come out recently have been more to do with taxing because they want us declaring every single penny that is earned or made through cryptocurrencies, even if it's way below the threshold. So say for example, if I bought maybe $20 worth of crypto, I have to declare that Bitcoin that I've bought as an example. Does that make sense? I don't like that before. A few weeks ago, well, a couple of months ago, it wasn't like that. So it has definitely put a lot of strain on other regulations surrounding the cryptocurrency in the UK at the moment. So that won't be something that we can do, but we are looking to list on more reputable exchanges and not reputable, but well-known exchanges, like Bitmart, Next Listing, these kind of things that we do have in place. But in the meantime, we have to start from the bottom and build our way up. We have such a low market cap and not a lot of coverage. Might get spot listed by Binance, for example, or Crypto.com or Coinbase, to say many others, if you know what I mean. So at the moment, it's a little bit complicated because of how little coverage that we do have. But hopefully we can get to that point where we can get spot listed and be able to be listed on multiple exchanges. Okay. Most definitely. Do you have any other questions? Is there anything I can answer? Have I? Let me ask you. Have I now feeling a little bit more confident and positive about the project? I feel like these AMA engagements with our community is the key foundation to building a network in a community. I want to be, well, not I, we want to be more involved with the community. We want you guys to feel confident to ask us questions, to, you know, put us in a situation, put us in a position where, you feel you can ask us absolutely anything, inquire about anything if you have any cause for concern or any worries or any doubts. We want you guys to be able to communicate with us, so we can talk about these things, because that is the key. Um, yeah, 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 of course. 100%, and I hope you guys follow us through every step of our journey. I don't like I've said before and I've stated publicly. I don't do this for myself. I do this for every single one of you guys. I do this for everyone around the world that want to have that kind of financial control over their assets, that freedom over control. Like on a daily basis, especially now, more so now. I'm not going to get political. But if you look around the world, it's so negative at the moment. There's so much crap going on at the moment, and human rights are getting breached. On a daily, people's freedom are being taken for granted by them. By being robbed for their freedom from the governments, and how organisations steal from us on a daily basis. How fractional banking is ruining our economy, and how all of these things, I felt we needed a change. Something needs to change, and my biggest inspiration was Satoshi. I feel like Bitcoin paved the way to where we are now, which is one of the reasons why I've chosen the algorithm I have chosen. Litecoin has done more than prove the test of time. It stood the test of time. It survived every single cryptocurrency winter that has been thrown at it. It's in theory bulletproof. There was multiple reasons to why we have chosen the algorithm, and why we've chosen script. But it was also to pay homage to the people that paved the way to how crypto has come this far and what has made cryptocurrency what it is today. And I would have loved to have gone with Satoshi's original source code, but I felt like the Litecoin project being one of the first altcoins, alternative coins to Bitcoin. You know, I just felt it was perfect. It was a perfect fit to go with Litecoin as like a way of respect. You know, things have to change. The way the world is going now, the way things are going, it's only going to get worse. You know, and change doesn't happen by by people, everyone working. You know, change happens by everyone working together and making a difference, making an impact in the world. You know, things don't happen overnight. Things take time to build, but it takes that one person to have that vision and that drive and that dedication, and that one person can build a community that can completely change the course of history. You know, in the respect of look at how Obsidian has the potential to completely change the banking sector for good. You know, we could completely revolutionize the banking industry from one man's dream and a strong community that have backed it. You know, so I have a lot of passion for this project, and I hope that over the next few years, you know, all the hard work pays off, and all the dedication, all the stress, all the tears, you know, it all goes hand in hand in shaping the future for our next generation. You know, I'm sure, have you got kids? Have you got children? Okay, well, you know, our generation, soon there's going to be a new generation, and then there's going to be a generation after that. You know, we don't want them to live in a world that we currently live in now. I wouldn't want my daughter to live in, you know, the world that we live in now, and unfortunately she does. You know, but hopefully when she grows up, you know, at least she'll be able to have control of her assets when she's banking with Obsidian. No? Yeah, of course. Yes. Yes. Now, of course, we will be discussing this with the team, and try and get as many people to join LinkedIn. I have got a LinkedIn profile. I'm not sure if you managed to find my LinkedIn profile. Um, so I've given a bit of information about myself. I can tell you a bit about myself. You know, I qualified as a construction manager. You know, I've been in the construction industry for many years now. Um, Cryptocurrency, coding, and everything that fell into that category, I did in my own personal time. You know, as a hobby from very young, I was obsessed with Bitcoin. You know, I was fascinated by Bitcoin, the whole story behind it, the mystery behind it. You know, and it gave me so much motivation. And you know, I spent a lot of my free time, you know, dabbling with coding, learning how to code, and you know, that's my basic background. You know, don't get me wrong. I am no advanced top IT technician that can, you know, code something from scratch. But I will tell you one fact for free, okay? And don't judge. But 99.9% of developers code by copy and paste. Okay, and that's fact. You can Google this. This is a well-known fact. Okay, any IT guy that you'd come across, anyone, you know, you have to obviously have your experience and know what kind of code that you're working with. But everyone, like, code is, it's difficult to be able to code from absolute scratch. You know, you always use a base to work from a base that exists, if that makes sense with coding. So yeah, that's basically my background. I will be speaking with the development team. I'll get them. Well, I can't force them to create a LinkedIn account. You know, I'll speak to them, get them to set up a LinkedIn account. Basically, we have over half of the community development team doxed at the moment. There are a few people that don't want to be on the website, don't want their picture up on the website, which I can understand. Some people do, some people don't. I can't force anyone in the development team to do so because everyone in the development team do it as a contribution towards the project anyway. You know, until we're at a point where we're able to pay salaries for the development team and expand in that respect, we can't force anyone to do something they don't want to do, kind of thing. So I've taken it into consideration, and I do understand your point and where you're coming from. The best that I can do is speak to the development team and see what they can kind of put that information out there for you guys.
Yeah, that's absolutely cool. It's like me, like I said, I'm a crypto teacher, and we go through these projects, and you go on a website. If somebody's not great, if you can find the background information, even better. So that's just just who these people are. What they've done in the past.
Yeah.
Success rate. You want to put it this way. And on the other hand, the website will look a lot more professional.
Of course.
You look at it and say, oh, these are the real people. Not from name, and
Yes. No, of course, that's understandable. Again, you can video call me, you can see me. I can show you a picture of my passport if you wanted to. I am definitely not AI. I can confirm this, Earthlings. Okay, I'm not an alien. I am from this planet.
I'm just saying, just have so I can check the background of the team and see how it's going.
Of course. Is there anything else you want to ask? Any other questions? No worries. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much for attending. Also, send me your receiving address for Obsidian, and we're going to send you 1,000 Obsidian, which accumulates to around $5-6. It's more than $5, but around $6. Okay, so thank you very much for attending and engaging in the AMA this afternoon. Does anyone else have any questions that you guys want to ask us? Anything that be on your mind? Anything that you want to suggest? It can be absolutely anything. Sea monkey. Anything you want to say? Martinez. Yeah, Martinez is here. Oh, sea monkey. Oh, we appreciate that. We do, honestly. Thank you so much. But obviously, it's not just our work; it's also you guys as well. You guys make the team. You guys make this a reality. You guys make this a possibility. So thank you guys. Martinez, come on, don't let us down. You've got to ask at least one question. You're good. That's good, man. That's good. What time is it over where you are? Are these meetings like too late for you guys or inconvenient? Is it like an unsociable time to be kind of doing these meetings? I don't want to find out that it's like bloody fucking 11 o'clock in the evening. That's not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah. So it's like 10 to 9 tonight. So right now is it 10 to 9? So you must be in Europe then. Has to be. Homeless. PhD. Them photos look amazing. AI really does magical things. But what is it with you with this not safe for work content? Come, come on. Okay, you're killing me now, bro. Okay, okay, you know what you're doing. You're naughty. They might be. They are safe. This one I can't see no nipples through. Like I had to delete. Yes. Okay. Not good, bro. Not good. I woke up to that and thought, you know what? I'm glad I saw this really early that no one else really saw it because that would have been inappropriate content. If you guys want to ask Skinlin any questions, he is our IT specialist. I'm putting him in the deep. I'm putting him in the deep end right now. Hi, Dave. That's all right, man. This is revenge from last week. Good luck, he says. How you doing, Core? You alright, Core? So come on, guys. Anyone got any more questions? Oh, hello. Look, nobody wants anime porn, man. Come on, guys. Let's keep this PG. Children could be watching this. You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. Kefrios could be a 9-year-old young lad. You never know. How far with the listing? So we have applied for Trade Ogre. We've submitted the listed application. We're waiting to hear back from them. I will tell you one thing for free. I will message the owner of Trade Ogre and I'll message him on Twitter and I'll wait 2 days for a reply. It took me nearly a bloody week to get the listing application. And do you know how I acquired it? I went, can you send me a listing application? He goes, it's on our website. And I waited a week. I waited, honest, I don't even know why I didn't look on the website myself. But we found the listing application. We've applied for it, submitted all the details. So we're currently just waiting back for a reply. But after speaking with some people, I've been told that it could take a little while for them to get back to us. But once they get back to us, they will list kind of within 1 day of being approved. But we'll keep you guys in the loop, you know, with any information we get back from that listing application. Yeah. Oh, do you mean the listing for non KYC? Yes, don't worry about non KYC. Don't worry about non KYC. Non KYC. We're gonna make sure we've already got a price back and we've got a very good price, which you know is kind of and it. I'm not going to go into too much details on this, but Red can confirm the price we managed to get non KYC down to. It's like we've stolen the listing from them. We've got it for a very cheap price. But fun fact, did you know non KYC is basically ZX? It's the same people. Fun fact. So, which is yeah, which is why we've kind of gone with Trade Ogre as well, because now we're going to be hopefully listed on an exchange that isn't associated with ZX or non KYC. So the people that we're going to come like acquire into our community are going to be a new bunch of potential traders and members from a completely different exchange. Okay, so hopefully it gives even more exposure. I feel like we'd get a lot more exposure from Trade Ogre than we would go with non-KYC anyway. But we might as well go with non-KYC anyway because it's a cheap option. All right. Any other further questions? Trade Ogre is nice. I can agree. Their daily trading volume is good, so they've got a good decent amount of members. You know, which is a positive sign. I think ZX and non KYC had a really I believe ZX had a really high daily trading volume, and what happened is non KYC is now like and ZX is combined what ZX's total daily trading volume used to be. So I think it was like 10 or 11 million, and now it's like 5 million on each kind of thing. So it's they've definitely something suspicious has been going on with them exchanges. So it'll be good to go with Trade Ogre as well, because that's a completely different kind of community, different platform. Hey, what is up with Kefrios? He isn't engaging. I don't even know if he's here. Kefrios, can you hear us? Oh, so the Android app, well, because of the web wallet and everything, you know, it's been quite stressful at the moment. So now we're going to be finalizing the Android wallet. Okay, or the Android app. Sorry. Do you have any questions, Kefrios, not Jeffrios? I apologize for that. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask us? Any suggestions and recommendations, or any concerns that you want to get off your chest? Yeah, thank you very much, Martinez. We appreciate your feedback. Honestly, it lets us know that we are doing a good job, and that is something that we aim to achieve every single time. We want to know that we are doing good by you guys and doing the best that we possibly can, and that is our priority. That is our motivation and our dedication. You don't want to do a bad job. You should see my timber work. That's a bad job. You have as well. Yeah, well, my foot is now suffering for it. Fucking. I don't think that is a possibility to freeze withdrawals. In that respect, I could. Well, I can't really do much. But you know, as long as you've got, we can add two-factor authentication. That could be an additional level of security if you feel like you'd want that level of security. I can include two-factor authentication or Microsoft Authenticator or anything along those lines. In regards to your email access, you know, you own your email. If you forget your password or lose your password to the web wallet, as long as you've still got access to your email, you've got a means of recovery. Yes, then in that respect, if you contacted us, we're going to be updating our support page because we're going to have a dedicated support system where if something in that respect was to happen, we could kind of, in theory, put a pause. You know, if someone done something illegal that they weren't allowed to do, we can also ban members from using our service. But yeah, so you are safe and secure, so that you don't really need to stress about that. But yeah, don't install fishy stuff on your computer, and you wouldn't have to worry about someone stealing your details and stuff. Come on, I keep telling you guys, porn is not good. You get pop-ups that install viruses. Thank you very much. It's been nice engaging with you guys too. It's nice that you guys have come in, you know, and have engaged as well. It goes a long way. It's good to get feedback from the community as well, you know. So thank you very much for attending. All right, guys, remember no porn, okay? Because you don't want viruses. You don't need it. Then Dave would have to help you with IT support, and you know he's very expensive when it comes to having to remove viruses for porn. If there's other issues, he's more than happy to help for free. But if he knows it's porn related, he charges. Okay, so don't install porn. Also, guys, another thing I want to point out, there's been a really high increase in people's accounts being breached with spam bots. Primarily on Discord. Please, guys, don't click links that you're unsure of. We're not going to be not promoting, but we're not going to be allowing posting of links on the Discord anymore because at the moment it seems that too many people are clicking dodgy links, and then we get hundreds of spams in the Discord server on different channels, basically promoting another project. So you know, it's got to a point now where enough is enough. I feel like the best way to do this is to kind of advise people not to click any links, even outside the Discord, primarily outside of out of our server, out of our Discord server. You know, you can click a link in another Discord server, and it will spam on every single Discord server that you joined, so that in turn will also affect our server. So, the best way we can do this is to kind of promote awareness of the situation, so you guys are a bit more vigilant and prevent something like that happening to yourself. It happened to me, if you can remember, not even a couple of weeks ago. Someone sent me something, I clicked it, and then boom, advertisements and direct messages to hundreds of people on Discord, and I was like, shit. I had to change my account password and all sorts. You know, so trust me, you don't want the stress and the embarrassment. It was quite embarrassing when it happened to myself. Mm. Yeah, dude, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Don't click porn links. Exactly. You burned the cookie. Okay, is there anything else anyone else would like to include? Femdad, welcome. How you doing? How are you? Is there any questions you want to ask us? Do you have any suggestions, any queries? You have missed most of the AMA, sorry, but we are going to be uploading our live stream to YouTube and Rumble and other platforms, so you will have a chance to re-watch this and kind of get up to date with the plans for the upcoming weeks. Okay. Good evening. How are you? That's good. Thank you so much for attending. Even if it was a little bit late, okay, we understand that everyone likes to watch porn, so don't worry, we're not upset that you're a little bit late. But like I said, you're more than welcome to watch the live stream after we upload it to our platforms. Okay, and thank you very much for joining. Basically, we've got to the point now in the AMA where you can ask us any question, or if you do have a suggestion or anything that you would like to get across to the development team, we're more than happy to give you a live response and give you back information that you ask us on.
Yeah, probably right now because I think I've been seeing a lot of like what you guys have been doing, like and everything. So I think I'm still focusing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Okay, does anyone else have any other questions? If not, guys, I think that concludes this week's AMA. We'll be hosting next week's AMA at around the same time. We'll say 8 o'clock GMT. So yeah, you guys are more than welcome to join next week's AMA. We're going to be announcing weekly updates every single week in our AMAs, and it will give you guys a better understanding of our progress at that week and how far we've got and what we have planned for the following week. Okay? Well, thank you very much, Jen, for joining, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week. Feel free to, engage with the community inside of general chat. And yeah, keep an eye out for new updates and announcements. All right, guys. Great evening, and if it's afternoon in where you guys are, have a good afternoon, or if it's morning, have a good morning, and take care. And I'll speak to you guys soon.